A man who once went red-eared and bolted the second a co-star tried to unzip his jacket, spent a July broadcast trying to take his own jacket off, on purpose, in front of everyone, and couldn't manage it. That contradiction, buried inside a comedy segment on Let's Start Deduction, is exactly the kind of detailed rabbit news Hallyu exists to slow down on. Here's what actually happened. On the July 1st, 2026 episode of the show's third season, Zhang Linghe pulled his jacket off the second the round started. His teammates immediately shouted for him to stop. He misread it as a signal about direction, not intent, and spent the next several seconds pulling the jacket up, down, switching shoulders, repeating the motion, never once landing on off. Online audiences nicknamed the loop a live demonstration of guessing wrong while insisting you'd guessed right. That alone would be a clip that circles for a day and disappears. What makes it worth a second look is what it's built on top of. Rewind to early June 2026, an earlier episode of the same season, Liu Yuning suddenly took his own jacket off on camera, and Zhang Linghe's reaction was to flinch away, visibly flustered, ears reportedly turning red, described at the time as his composed public image cracking in real time. A separate episode from June 18 has Zhou Keyu bluntly telling him to take his clothes off during a search segment, with Zhang Linghe's reaction again read as uncomfortable. By July 1st, the discomfort is gone. He's not avoiding the bit anymore. He's initiating it. He just hasn't figured out how to land it yet. That's the shift worth sitting with, because it's not really about a jacket. Variety shows, especially long-running ensemble formats like this one, don't usually let an awkward moment die after one episode. They notice which reactions get attention, and they build return engagements around them. A cast member's flustered, red-eared avoidance in June becoming his own proactive, if fumbled, callback in July has the shape of exactly that kind of engineered continuity, not necessarily scripted line by line, but shaped by producers and editors who know which beats audiences respond to and keep pointing the camera back at them. Zhang Linghe going from the one who flees the bit to the one who owns it, badly, on purpose, is the kind of arc a production team can quietly cultivate across a season without ever writing a word of dialogue for him. Which raises the more interesting question, why would he go along with it? There's a difference between a cast member who lets an awkward moment happen to them and one who decides to lean into it as a recurring character trait. Choosing to reenact your own embarrassing moment, badly, in front of the same group that watched the original version, is a specific kind of professional choice, the kind performers make when they'd rather control the joke than keep dodging it. Turning the guy who panics when someone undresses him into the guy who now overdoes the bit himself is a way of taking ownership of a narrative before someone else keeps writing it for you. Audiences picked up on the shift without necessarily naming it that way. The clip was widely shared and discussed as pure comedy. Commenters framed the failed jacket removal as its own kind of absurdist logic, joking that his loop of near misses mirrored the show's own detective deduction format, guessing and re-guessing without landing on the answer. Nobody, watching in real time, was tracking it as a season-long character arc. That's usually how these things work. The audience reacts to the surface joke, the underlying pattern only becomes visible once you line up multiple episodes side by side. And the jacket wasn't the only place that pattern showed up in the same broadcast. During a separate segment, Jin Jing tried repeatedly to steer a conversation with Liu Yuning toward strawberries from her hometown of Dandong, while Ding Chengxin kept derailing it with unrelated questions. Instead of helping Jin Jing get the conversation back on track, Zhang Linghe stepped in with a single line, telling Liu Yuning she should probably just send Ding Chengxin some strawberries, which had the effect of making the chaos worse rather than better, and became its own trending clip. That's not incidental. It's the same instinct at work. Rather than staying outside a moment as a bystander, Zhang Linghe is the one choosing to insert himself into it and shape where it goes. The same episode also featured a quiz-answering segment where Zhang Linghe and Liu Yuning moved through prompts fast enough that other cast members, including Ding Chengxin, Jin Jing, and Zhou Keyu, reportedly said they were stunned into silence. At one point Liu Yuning was answering correctly just from reading Zhang Linghe's lips before he'd finished speaking. Jin Jing's on-air explanation, crediting Liu Yuning's quickness and, half-jokingly, Zhang Linghe's expressive mouth movements became one of the most repeated lines from the episode. And in a third segment, when Ding Chengxin launched into an unrestrained solo dance routine during a game round, Zhang Linghe positioned himself as the deadpan enforcer, repeatedly calling the performance out as inappropriate with the flat delivery of someone playing referee rather than participant. Individually, a jacket bit, a strawberry joke, a quiz streak, and a referee routine are 4 separate punchlines from one episode. Lined up together, they describe someone who spent an hour of broadcast time positioned less as a guest reacting to the show around him and more as the person other cast members' bits kept bouncing off of, the one initiating, redirecting, judging, and syncing with the group's dynamics rather than sitting inside them. That's the part with the most weight. Ensemble variety formats that run multiple seasons tend to develop an informal hierarchy among cast members, not billing order, but function. Someone becomes the anchor the format leans on to hold chaotic segments together. The person producers can trust to generate a moment without needing to be handed one. The pattern across this single episode, a callback bit he now owns instead of avoids, a derailment he escalates rather than fixes, a partner sync moment other cast members can't keep up with, a mock authority role he steps into unprompted, reads less like for coincidences and more like a cast member whose role inside the ensemble has quietly shifted. None of this is confirmed by any production statement, and it shouldn't be read as one. Nobody involved has described a deliberate strategy, and the source material doesn't include any comment from the show's producers, Zhang Linghe himself, or his team about how his role has evolved season over season. What's available is the pattern in the footage itself, and footage only tells you so much about intent. But the direction of that pattern, from someone visibly uncomfortable being the punchline to someone actively generating punchlines for the group, is the kind of shift that, in long-running variety formats, tends to precede a cast member being built into a franchise's connective tissue rather than a guest passing through it. It's also part of something bigger than one show. As variety franchises worldwide compete for season-over-season retention on streaming platforms, the value isn't just in bringing back familiar faces, it's in giving those faces recognizable roles that audiences start to expect and look forward to. A shy one-turn-bit owner, a referee, the one who's always in sync with his co-star, these aren't just personality quirks, they're the kind of shorthand that makes an audience tune in for the dynamic as much as the format itself. Whether that's a deliberate production choice here or simply a performer growing more comfortable with his castmates over time, the effect on screen looks the same either way. If you like entertainment stories that go past the headline, the kind that catch the quiet signal most coverage scrolls past, Rabbit News Hallyu is built exactly for that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just news.